Here we go again, boys. Let's do this. Alright, we're just checking in now live to our YouTube one right now. YouTube, you should be reading loud and clear now. Alright, we're just checking in now live to our... Alright, YouTube, you're checking in loud and clear. We're gonna send a test message in your chat. Let's wait and see what happens on my chat window. Nope, that's a wrap for the time it took. It just takes forever if you send messages over restream over YouTube chat, Twitch chat. How long does it take you? Let's find out. Apparently there's some live DJ right now that is doing things. Good for him. Doing things. Good for him. Alright, and my Twitch chat is already up. Twitch stream is up. Let's... Alright, that's like instantaneous. Wonderful. Oh no. Well, I was gonna say warning because, you know, it was going to be a moment. Well, it'll be a moment since we get this whole stream set up, because apparently my save data for Coffee Talk got corrupted. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be running on a delayed start, which, in case you couldn't tell, was just wonderful, huh? It's like just what we needed right now. You all really wanted something like this to happen. You know, I was gonna warn people, I had kind of forgotten some of the things I had done for all my names and everything, but I guess that ain't no more a problem no more, because I don't even remember if I don't even have a whole save data, we're gonna have to start all over again, which means names are gonna have to be done and incidents are gonna have to be replayed. And who's excited for that? I can tell you're all just so eager on this wonderful Saturday evening that we're 3 minutes early to how we usually start the game. I know. How strange. You disgusting. There's so much Twitch stuff that you can just slam on top of there. I don't like putting too much stuff. Well, Coffee Talk's installed. Hopefully it doesn't corrupt this time, because that would be, you know, rather inconvenient, considering we're trying to play a nice old-fashioned narrative game that requires save data, perhaps. Yes, that would be rather important, I would say. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Coffee Talk from the... Oh, maybe it didn't... Maybe it saved? It did save, I think. Extras. Comic. I think you're giving more pages to the comic as you play. Oh no, they're just different ones here. Oh no, and they're full comics too, that's neat. I'll have to check these out. Either way, but that's in the galleries, the extras. Anyway, let's get on with the actual game. And let me... Are you sure that would be okay? Yes! I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept. You need to handle it carefully. And gracefully. I know. Ooh, yay, another person. Hey, Gala. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Choo-Choo was just giving me feedback. Also, I'm going to read a story before I continue, because I know I've already got these voices wrong. Did I already see everyone's full... Yeah, I did see this. Did I see Lua's thing? Lover of the... Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, Aqua's new apparently. Research by day, aspiring developer at night. Mermaid from Atlantis and a friendly introvert tea lover. Full Metal conflict video game series in general. Grandma. Moved to Seattle to achieve my dream of advancing in technology as far as we can. Trying to find a place and person I belong with while doing so well. Henry. Ah. Choo-Choo was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please, don't let my presence interrupt you. I'm already losing my ability to talk. We just started this stream. Oh, don't worry about it. Although, I need to interrupt Choo-Choo for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy? Of course. Do you want to give it a try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from those two. Remember, it has tea and ginger. Let's see here, tea, ginger, and cinnamon, perhaps? Serve it. I don't think I've tried this one yet. Is this it? How is it? Nope. This drink doesn't even... Let's see here. It's tea and ginger. Oh, do they want green tea and not... Anyway, please don't mind me and continue your discretion. Don't worry, Mr. Bell. We were done for the night. You're done. I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean for you. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Ah, come on. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Baileys. Hiya. How are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Choo-Choo was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common, so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision will give you a score. What? The score will determine which page you should go to. It sounds more like a video game than a book. I know, it's not that original, but I don't know why so much that a virtual phone going off interrupted me from talking so well. But my target here is the mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream. Just like a Choose Your Own Adventure show on NetStream. Oh, isn't that the... I'm gonna Google something, hold on. There was like a Choose Your Own show book thing on Netflix, I think. That I think this might be referencing. Yeah. There it is in Google's recommended. Yeah. That's neat. Let me actually open the game back up. There's nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. Sounds interesting. And highly ambitious for you. It's at least simpler than my other idea. Which is... making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. What? I know, right? As if she had all the time in the world. And that's not even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I've finished it, okay? Alright. As Chuchi said, though, I won't have the time. Getting normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make this map seem even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. Ooh, excuse me. I am already dying and losing my voice. And that's not good, because we've been doing this for maybe less than 6 minutes. I should go promote myself, because that's what the smart creators do. I'm gonna go do that. Because that's what the smart creators do. And smart creators don't do it in the middle of their stream, though. That's the difference. I forgot, there's the promote yourself one that I couldn't use. Yeah, I know how horrible that I'm taking forever to do this, but... Alright, that should do it for that. Let's get back to, playing the game. Which is what a good content creator would have been doing this entire time. Anyways, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Wait, no, back. Reset. I really have no idea what I'm doing. In case it's not obvious. Nope. Let's see if you know how to make it. But I don't know how to make it. That's the problem. Oh wait, hold on. What if it is? No, wouldn't be that. That'd be ginger milk. Don't know if I did this yet. It's gonna be wrong and I know it. That's milk tea. Behold, the stream where I don't do what they want me to do. Let's say I don't know how to make it though. Milk ginger? Oh, that's just ginger milk, like I said it was gonna be. No, I don't know how to make it though, is the problem, mate. Yeah, the problem is none of those ones are good at like looking at it. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be tea. Did I already do milk first and then ginger? Yeah, because that's a milk tea then, not an actual thing. Can't do milk, ginger. Watch as I Google what goes into a ginger latte. Because I'm a coward who doesn't like to piss people off. A 24/7 beat to chill and relax to. I wonder what they would give you that achievement for. We're going with this and hoping for the best. I already did this because I recognize this setup. Damn it. Insert one pissed off customer here. Milk tea. Here you go, buddy. This isn't what you wanted. Sure. Fuck me. By the way, how are you doing, Bailey's? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in, you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. Still need the money. Done as in I finished the job. I've spent the past few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her. By using some design terms she didn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her. The finest bullshit, my lady. There's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. Just like that. I was young and stupid, you know? Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Korgak. Korgak. That's the name of an alcohol that I cannot think of how to actually properly pronounce right now, so forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. And a girlfriend. Still following. And that girl has a friend. And the friend is the one I'm after. Ooh, okay. Got it. She's one of the hottest girls there. But I knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into the details. But the succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? Doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's girl. This is getting spicier. And the other girl's name was, let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Liquor Man. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much, but I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit at one point. I lived with Liquor Man back in college. I'd been out and I got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Liquor Man was sleeping with Rose. Well, you kind of know how some of these stories end before they even start. I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Liquor Man in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Liquor Man was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. I used to do that. He's pretty good. Oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch. And he beat me to a pulp. Easily. It's not really hand-to-hand fighting. It would definitely be out, but there's more of a finish. It would not be like a beating somebody to a pulp with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Because that would be, a submission lock would be applied, and that would be the end of the fight, basically. It wouldn't be like a stand-up fight in that sense of the word. So I'm annoyed at that. But, continuing on with the story, because nobody likes me when I get annoyed at stupid things, because I get annoyed at stupid things. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. Hey, it was more like she begged Liquor Man. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up easily. I was beaten pretty bad. Excuse me. So Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. Word stream. And I don't even remember the exact date. But suddenly, that friendship turned into a relationship. That's one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah. Lua came by here a few days ago. How was she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With whom? There's this male model. A model? I didn't think she was the type of girl to go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. And Lua told us the reason behind the fight, about your family stuff. And this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval, considering, what? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her. Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Okay, can you not slurp in my ear when I'm talking? Thank you. Let me tell you about my family, or should I say, most elven families. Elf think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful, like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be an artist. I loved drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something most elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me I'd never be rich or successful. All because you chose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue a passion for art, yelled about her kind is ruining the country, accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord, accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. It's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental. But your family is racist. Yes, that is, I think that was the allegory they were going for, is how this happens today, and how it's a thing that, the people today do, because it's a thing. Tell me about it. Luna's the only person that can make you feel alive. She showed me how to be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, I would happily leave them for both of us. Well, what about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. God, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. Couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes, she's a succubus. That was the wrong voice. Bad. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Maybe that's true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? My back itches. Never thought about it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. Okay, that was just it. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She may feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decision. One day, you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. Love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at the start, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It'll be hard work, because life is full of storms. Marriage, it won't survive on love alone. Whoa, that's deep. We'll have each other. That's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt when they fell ill or got seriously injured, emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill, because in this country they'll charge you $20,000 for it. If you decide to have children, they won't have the same privilege as you do. There's a high probability they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for your drink, Choo-Choo. Thanks for the drink, Choo-Choo. And Freya. Bye. They started to sound too similar. I don't like that. Come on, Soph, you're better than this. What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't me. They were leaving anyway. You gonna write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? Not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. Oh, is the day ending? Yep, day's ending, I guess. I didn't even read the story proper. Damn. My finger itches. It's like the kind of sweaty itch where it's like, not like you have a splinter, but like you have a splinter. It's no good. Who vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally? If only the World Health Organization would actually do something like that. 10 reasons why you should go. I can come up with 1 why you shouldn't. Corona. There. Sparks tournament in space might be only a few decades away. That's neat. And anxious boy and his love stories on public transport. The day was hot and sunny and humid, just like most days in Jakarta. I was standing inside a crowded bus, neither well-functioning air conditioning nor proper ventilation, trying to keep myself productive in an uncomfortable environment by reading my recently bought copy of Maraku Harakami. The Elephant Vanishes, while listening to a random playlist on my old iPod. I horribly butchered that man's name, I apologize about that. Despite the hellish conditions, you could almost say I was luckier than most, because I was standing near the rear door of the bus, leaning my back on the side of the seat, safe enough not to fall out of the bus, but easy enough to breathe freely. As mentioned, I was sitting on a bus in Jakarta, so naturally I needed to be wary with my surroundings, mostly keeping my belongings secure from pickpockets and other human pests. I glanced around the bus several times in between pages. That's when I saw her. It's hard to describe her. She has no specific characteristics to differentiate her from other women. She was like a perfect example of the girl you might walk into past unseeing on the sidewalk every day. The girl you might glance at for a second, then a few steps later, it'd be hard to even remember her hair color. Never mind what her eyes, her nose, her mouth looked like. She was standing near the front of the bus, not leaning on anything or anyone, not touching the bacteria-infested hand grip on the center of the bus. Although, to be fair, it might have been hard for her to reach that grip anyway. But still, she stood there with the perfect balance of a tree rooted in healthy soil. She was as if somebody had silently put the Venus de Milo on the bus, and she somehow fit in perfectly without anyone noticing it happening. She was wearing a pair of earphones, wired, just like headphones were supposed to be, and a slight smile on her face. Sometimes she closed her eyes for a few moments, enjoying music only she could hear. Her eyes rarely stayed in one place, they kept wandering around the bus, not fast like someone anxious, not too slow like someone looking for something specific. Maybe she's the one, I thought. This isn't the first time a thought like that had crossed my mind. As a hopeless romantic, seeing any woman piques my interest will immediately trigger a story in my imagination. A story of how I'll approach them, and I'll get to know them with the proviso that I imagined them to be. We'll start dating, get married, have kids, grow old in our home, and so on like that. Random cuties, like that's what I'll call them. Unicorns among horses. The term doesn't apply to any cute girls you see, of course. It has to be someone special. Or at least someone I imagine to be special. The thing is, automatically imagining those stories when I happen across a random cutie is not healthy. It puts a toll on my mind, and of course, my heart. My dear heart, it creates a lot of unhealthy expectations for any opportunities that ever arise. Oh, shit! She looked at me. We made brief eye contact for the briefest of seconds. I immediately returned to my book. Did she notice me staring at her? Did she see what I was thinking? My mind won't stop spinning, overthinking while my pulse beats double time in my ears. I continue with staring at my book. With what's just happened, I obviously can't read it properly. My eyes looking at words, but nothing was being processed other than thoughts of her. I glanced back at her, and she was staring at me. I can't talk more than once. It has to mean something. Should I approach her and introduce myself? Yes, I should. But what if things go wrong? What if the worst things that could happen? What if we introduce ourselves? First, it's a crowded bus, and moving from the rear door to the front will definitely annoy some people. Second, what if after she approaches her, she becomes annoyed and, oh come on, you're overthinking as usual, nothing bad will happen, even if she does get annoyed. Do not dismiss me. Nothing bad will happen? Well, she might scream and say I'm a pervert. Then the whole bus will beat me to death. Oh, and the worst option, what if we turns ourselves, then she turns out not like we imagined her to be? All the time and energy will be wasted, exchanged for years of agony. Oh, for everything will be fine. Don't worry so much. No matter what happens second, we still have to try something first. No, there's too much at risk. The desperate and debate is still raging inside my mind, and that's when it happens again. We make eye contact again, but this time it lasts a few longer than a few seconds, and then I can't. She smiled at me, just a small curve on those perfectly average, beautiful lips. I would quickly return to my book. See, that has to be something. But remember the girl with the violin on the train you saw into Yogas Daria a few years ago? Of course I remember. Exactly, she was just a random person that you got across from on the train. We don't even remember the font, and yet we still remember the maroon coat she was wearing, the violin case in the overhead compartment, her reddish hair and that pixie cut. Stop it! That was different. And we might have saved ourselves a lot of embarrassment by not talking to her. The thoughts, the noise, internal monologue, it won't stop. I was sweating, not because of the heat. A cold sweat. This had to stop. Stop! I screamed internally. Everything stopped just in time. My old iPod randomly shuffled to Explosions in Space, the only moment we have alone. I cranked up the volume, put my book in my bag, and just breathed. Yes, I might miss my chance. How long does this go for? Yes, I might be the one to lose this one chance to meet the one by doing this. By doing this. But at least, as long as I don't know her, she's perfect. As far as I know, she might be listening to Explosions in Space. As far as I know, she might be a big fan of Harukimi and Final Dreams 11. That's 11. As far as I know, she might be single. As far as I know, she might be the 100% perfect match for me. And I can't believe that exists with my knowledge of her goes any further than I know besides right now. That was like horribly butchered line. Besides, as the old saying goes, if it's meant to be, it will be. Suddenly, the bus stopped in front of Plaza Sierran, my destination. It was time for me to go. I decided not to look in her direction as I left, knowing that if I looked at her, it would be the last time I ever saw her, and that would be too hard for a hopeless romantic like me. I left the bus and enjoyed the warm air, the sun, and the breeze of fresh air. Finally out of Schrodinger's box. That's when it happened. I turned my head to the right, and there she was, standing alone, enjoying the breeze, now free of the roasting metal box we humans named Bus. She turned her head to the left, showing a glimmer of surprise at seeing me standing there. After that, she smiled. So, if it's meant to be, it will be? Thankfully, this one's not as long, so I won't lose my entire voice. Let's do this. Midnight. The boy arrives at his home. The ticking sound of a cooling engine fills the dark, empty garage, followed by the scrape of a rusty metal door forcefully being closed. He leaves the garage, and there she is, waiting for him to come back home, as she always waits in the same spot. Around the same time, the boy always smiles when he sees her. Ah, my throat hurts by doing this. Also, because I haven't talked to anybody in so long, so my throat is already dead. This is good exercise. I'm sorry I didn't stream last Saturday, or 2 Saturdays ago. You know, inconsistent streaming schedules and all that are exactly what I make my usual rounds out of. Meow. The cat calls to the boy, demanding the treatment she always receives from him every night in the same spot around the same time. He laughs quietly. He walks up to join her. Been waiting for me here, haven't you? Here, come here, says the boy to the cat while he pets her fur. The cat purrs loudly and refuses to stand still. She dances around him, stands up tall on 2 feet, rubs her head against his shins, and shares her affection while enjoying their nightly routine. Until suddenly, the boy decides that their interaction is enough for today. He stands up, walks away from her, and closes his door. The cat understands that the time for the day is up. They both return to their own lives. The boy did not give the cat something to eat, and the cat did not sleep next to him to help him relax, for she was not his, and he was not hers. Alright, let's... You never really changed. I know. But it was surprisingly nice, catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Choo-Choo. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. You know what? Try adding milk to the ingredients you already have. You know what to do. Tea, ginger, cinnamon. Ginger milk? No. Tea, cinnamon milk. Why do I have a feeling this is wrong? Try this. Thank you. I'm sorry, but this doesn't taste like... Pardon me for the mic. Never mind. Why do they have 2 things that are named tea and they both refer to them as just tea? What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. Suppose I couldn't help overhearing you both. Sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh, didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Those bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I stuck with him till morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. But it's possible they may have had ties to the Mafia. And they may have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they started talking to you about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent. That's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So, the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. And after all the trouble you caused me last night, hey, I took you to breakfast. Tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy, finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Oh, I see. 60s, was that Nom? I want to say that's Nom, but I'm not sure if that one was Nom. And which would lead the question of, did this fictional world go to war with Vietnam? If that was Nom, that would have been in the 60s, because that would have been war veterans as well back then. So how did you two go from working as a bodyguard to working in a hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed... I'd prefer it if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. Don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say, something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. Helping other people live. And of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or doctor. So I chose hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn presence in helping me when I needed it. Thanks for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyways, Choo Choo, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? Do you want green tea, or do you want... You want something that's warm and cool at the same time? Here's your order. Exactly what I wanted. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. And that's not her. Huh, speak of the devil. Oh no, it is her. Hello, good people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too, Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh yeah? What about me? I was just surprised you weren't here. Is that how you pick girls young enough to be your... Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work? Oh, how could you tell? Call it werewolf senses. Right. I showed Choo Choo my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Can you not slurp in the middle of me talking? Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff, and I did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please, don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. Speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital adminning life going? It's not even a word for you. Actually, I'm not sure what you Actually, I'm not even sure what you do there. It's pretty boring to talk about, but mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their family. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like a biz dev for people's lives, then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough, whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from the business perspective. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist, or think about the necessity of it. Yeah, frontline, it wouldn't be frontline manager, it would be a middle manager. Middle managers aren't really what people talk about, because it's not really what people think of. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patients' personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. You... He needs to be a little less loyal, though. Hyde. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Oh, I didn't know that. Wait. 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy. Ask for a promotion, man. They keep offering me new positions, mostly managerial. Yeah, he talked about this before. I remember that. You were there? Wasn't she there for this too? Take it. Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get is more than what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job. I really can't figure it out. That's Gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice chatting with the both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. Guess I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep, safe trip. See you around, Juju. You, Freya? See you. Take care on your way. Oh, there's supposed to be like an and you, as like a connection to the previous statements, rather than just a and you before saying something else. You know, it's kind of hard to believe. Someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. But really, man, I missed an interesting story. So, how'd you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story. Yes? Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Huh, alright then. We went this place, back when it was a bar. Whoa. I was like, whoa, are we gonna get a flashback to a bar for a moment? Aha, no. We're skipping past all that again. I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why do you make the job from, how should I say this? A very physical job to a medic. Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. Hyde. Have some common decency. But going to war messes with your head. He tried to kill himself. Oh. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he's confident in was his strength. So he did only work that... Oh, he was roughing up people, though? That wouldn't help him get over his trauma, though, right? Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. At least, it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle. Hey, I didn't know all about that at the time. Besides, he was good at being a bodyguard. We weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings. I needed his strength, but then I got to be interested in him. I think he's a cool person, that's all. After a few months, I noticed his problems. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprise there, but I kind of pushed him into doing it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I had no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. Purpose in his life. He quit working for me. Not so long after that, he started working at the hospital, and he's been I don't have a voice for this person, so it's just gonna be generic streamer voice train. Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, Barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, please, call us Neil. Neil Armstrong, like the astronaut. Hey, now we've been all the main characters. Neil. Yes. Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we've learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with the Earthlings' efforts in intergalactic exploration. Ah, I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello, my name's Freya. You could say that I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah? Ooh, you're not from around here? Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Ah, the Army Jindru album cover. Why do you look familiar? As for what we're doing, this place is the perfect spot to practice our communication skill with Earthlings. Before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, right? Yes. So, anything? Yes. We won't be able to taste the difference anything. You really can't taste anything? Yes. What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something? Interesting premise. But we highly doubt you'll be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please, surprise us. Mint milk chocolate. A cup of anything is ready for you. Thank you. What the? Interesting. What are you doing? Drinking? That's how they drink. Ooh boy. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. But you can't be too sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of a compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We're tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. Wow. Turns out that herbs exist everywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand, but we're glad if we could make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Oh man. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Maybe further, if it got you a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with him, but I don't like to sleep around. Really. To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We've never heard these terms before. Let us check them at once again. That is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So, even if there are a few rules about having kids, and and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that's what we gathered from your informational network. Theoretically, that should be the case, but Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We have learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I suggest going step by step. Many a times you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? Before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You could start by asking whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now, the path to starting dates varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow, the breeding process on Earth is surely complicated. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women preferred if they were male partners wear condoms. Condoms? Something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do a mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information at once is too much to process in one evening. So we talked about using condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. Condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you all the details, unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you do not need to worry. We would not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part. We did our research, and we tried it on the testing object we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know about that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I'd have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with the newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed, after all. It was really nice talking to all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. I don't have all the voices down as like I did last stream, and that's bad, because it don't sound right. That was really something. Indeed. He said the first thing they came here was a date. Yeah, but their date never came. They missed it. And they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer orc? Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such an activity. I guess so. By the way, is that young woman back since last I spoke with her last time? Also, I got new information on people. Oh, I got more information than hide. The fact I've been blood sober... Oh, favorite things. Oh, okay, I just read that without reading the top part. I was like, what? The fact that I've been blood sober for 10 years now. What am I doing? Like, personally, a model past stock trader, venture capitalist. Yeah. Friends only, friends only. Close friends only. Also. Oh yeah, I already read through this one. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her the last time? Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come by a few days later. And Freya was being pretty noisy, to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Mr. Gala join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest, or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul. Seoul. It should just be Seoul. Right? Fuck, I don't know. Foreign languages and how to pronounce basic English words. They're not basic English words. How to pronounce words is lost on me because I am stupid. That is the long and short of it. So I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon. It's only for a week or so, but I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh, well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the shop. Heh, that's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. Ha! Make fun of me because you know how to make one game. I see how it is. Rain. There's lots of rain right now. The ambient sound is of rain. Gotta check on how my streams are performing over here on live on Twitch. No, and YouTube. Good, both are just the last things I sent. Protest rise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Government cars face challenge against unexpected competitor. Rather, the organization fights to save more forests. Save the forests. Welcome. Good evening, sir. Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division, or FIRE for short. How may I help you? We've heard reports of an alien sighting in this area. We take what is just out of one of those sticky thingies that makes people forget things from Men in Black. That's the thing. We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature? I don't think so. What should I be looking for? What's the alien look like? We're not 100% sure, but according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar. That's a pretty eye-catching outfit. You think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? To avoid attention, you know. That is a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility. You've been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures, after all. Thank you for the help. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through the website. Will do, sir. You don't want to drink anything before leaving? We're good. Take care on your way. Politics. Also, we just lied to a government official. Phew. You really need to be more careful, Neil. Huh? Oh, Aqua's back. Oh, and Myrtle as well. Good evening, Choo Choo. Yo. Miss Aqua, Miss Myrtle, have you two been somewhere together? We planned to meet here. It's just coincidence we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything? Do you want to order first? Nah, you go first. Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint? Green tea with a lot of mint? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Marak. Your drink's ready. Ooh. This looks really fresh. I call this Marak, inspired by its origin. Marak. Oh! I think I've heard about that. That's the festival thing. Maybe? I don't know. Might not be the one I'm thinking of. I heard the people there were really fun. Like, let's give this a try then. Oh my. It's warm, but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is often associated with tea. Also, I'm gonna go read... Oh, it's just a brew pad notification. Because I now know how to make that other new green tea thing. Also, news story. Loving in silence. Oh my, is it gonna be another long one where I'm gonna kill my throat? It was Saturday night as usual. I picked her up from the same apartment for another Saturday night date. I use the word another, but to be honest, this was the first actual Saturday night date we had done since I don't even know when. It was a very It wasn't every week a cool event happened in to our hobby happened, so we, or I suppose I should say, weren't going to miss the chance for a cozy evening in her apartment. We'd been dating for 4 months, and I kid you not, we couldn't have been more different. I'm the type of person who feels restless if I don't go to work on the weekend. Well, she'd prefer to lock her apartment and, from the inside, flush the key down the toilet and never leave again. That's why me going to her apartment the weekend was the first option for the both of us. I mean, we can just order food online and chill without having to worry about the traffic. Ain't that cool? That's what she said if she wanted to eat something. Whenever I asked if she wanted to eat something. Eat out somewhere. Yeah, read, Train, read. It is not hard. This happened a lot in our first month together. After that, I tried to get used to it. We drove to the event. It wasn't that far, but traffic's always ridiculous on the weekend. Throughout the drive, we barely spoke. Total silence except the music playing from my playlist. If she knew the song, we'd sing along with the song. If not, total silence it was. It wouldn't be total silence if there's music playing, you liars. Objection. Yeah, I'm smart. The prosecution rests its case. When we arrived at the event, she changed, became the most friendly, outgoing, and talkative person around. Even I was nothing compared to her, and I was usually considered myself a very talkative person. We'd say hi to everyone we knew, and some we didn't. Then we tried all the games being showcased there. We sat next to each other, trying one game after another, commentating on the story, art, music, gameplay, atmosphere, and any other aspects you might judge again. But when we played, we just played. No talking during the playthrough. Total silence, as if she was recharging the spent energy from all the interaction she had done before. Back in her apartment, we didn't talk much. She made 2 cups of green tea latte for both of us, and we just watched Netflix together. A few words being traded. Did you ever feel bored dating me? Really? This again? I know, I'm sorry to bring this up again, but you were silent today, and I thought you were mad at me. Honey, I'm not mad at you. Why would I be mad at? I don't know, it's just, I'm super introverted, and you're super extroverted, and there's times where I feel like I'm holding you back from your true self. You're just overthinking things again. Tonight was amazing, and I can't thank you enough for being willing to join me and sacrifice your stay-at-home relaxation time. We both know how much you love staying in and rarely get the chance to do it. Why do you like me? You've asked me this question a dozen times in the past 4 months, you know. I just want to make sure. Hey, don't be sad. It's okay. And I have to answer your question. I don't know why I like you. Then answer again. Because it's true. All I know is feeling comfortable around you. I just feel happy. Calm. I don't know. I don't know. Do I need to know? That sounds dangerous. Liking someone without knowing the reason. Oh, believe me, dear. I was confused for the longest time before I realized. It's actually the best feeling I've ever had. How about you? Why do I like you? Who said I liked you? I was speechless for a moment. She grinned at me and giggled through the maze of her tears. You should have seen your face. Oh my god, don't mess around with me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack. Good, it means you weren't lying about your feelings. She smiled. You haven't answered my question. It's a secret. That's fair. That's not fair. I told you mine. I hate to break it to you, but I don't know. It's not a proper answer, my dear. But it's an honest one. I know. We stayed silent again, and that was my introverted girlfriend and me. My answer to her was obviously a lie. Not why you like someone is super scary, but I never imagined being able to feel that way for anyone other than her. At least that's how I wish things could be. As I drove my car, I thought as I drove back home. As I drove back home alone in my car in total silence. How about you, Miss Myrtle? Do you want to order any right away? Sure. I'll have a Terry Talk. I remember that one. It was from what's his butt? Are you kidding me? I don't remember the recipe. I don't remember how to make this. Why do they have to ask me for things I don't know? Honey ginger, I want to say it is. I don't know. Why do people ask me for the drinks I don't know how to make? It's not easy making drinks when they don't tell you how to make drinks, huh? It's not fair. How am I supposed to make a drink when I don't know how to make a drink? I can't just throw things into a pot and call it a day. Oh, that's the album they were talking about. That's neat. Uh-huh. Tea, hot ginger and... No, tea, honey and cinnamon? I don't know. Well, that's what you getting. No, I feel bad intentionally fucking up. That's the last thing that she wants. Oh, is there something? I like it's nothing right. Sorry, fix it for you. No need. I'm sure it doesn't happen again. Well, it'll happen again because I don't know what the drink you ordered was. So, how are things going in the office? As usual, tiring. Thanks to you and your team. Made some good progress with the problem we've been stuck on for a while. Glad I could be of help. It's not every day Reach can have an impact direct as this, only a few weeks after publication, no less. And the thing is, even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime to make sure the game will be available for the holiday season. Oh, just say please don't forget to rest, but I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and your team. Ha, as if those executives care about us. Overtime is not mandatory, they'll say. Please, see your family, get some rest, but we all know. The optional overtime is a passive-aggressive motive. We stay longer in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them. You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's guilt. I wish I could help you. At least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give you advice about that. For guilt is something that bothers me a lot, and things I shouldn't feel guilty about. You know what makes it worse? I know the state of the industry, but it saddens me to realize that my favorite series was born out of such sacrifice. I'm sorry I ruined the mood for everyone. Don't worry about it, Aqua. It's not that bad. I'm not that bad off, you know. At least the company gives a decent compensation. Healthcare, bonuses, and so on. We're already used to this. Just don't worry about me, okay? Getting used to unhealthy working conditions shouldn't be a norm. Yet it's the norm for a lot of different industries. Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of development is going much easier. How's your game doing, by the way? Actually, I've got some good news about it. What is it? The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year. Not PAX West, Max West. That's really good news. Congrats. Thank you. So, what's the problem then? I haven't confirmed my attendance. The organizer. Why? Confirm it fast before they give your spot to another indie. I'm just not sure about it. What's stopping you? Cost? The booth is free for indies. That's good. And the event's even here in Seattle. You wouldn't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's the golden ticket. But I'm not that confident. You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you of the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually pretty prolific people in the industry, and also senior journalists. I know, but I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional. Thousands of people will be visiting Max. expecting Full Metal Conflict and other bigger games. Every game has its own market, you know. You'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect there. Gamers aren't stupid. What if some haters visit the booth? What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it? About me? That's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life. After all that, I'll still be there myself for the old event. That one is a problem, yeah? Meeting that many people is already scary enough. Doing it for 4 days straight? Showing my baby to the public? I can't imagine the horror. You know what? So far, so my schedule's pretty empty around then. If things stay this way till Max, I'll come with you. No, you don't have to do that. If you're free then. You shouldn't waste your time on me, Max, or something. Nah, it's no bother. I'm going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor badge. What about your company's booth? Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I just asked my lead to skip this year. But, I'm coming with you, whether you like it or not. Okay? Good. Now, what are you going to show the game on? I have a laptop and a smartphone. Is the Expo build ready? Expo build? Hold on, I dropped something fairly important. You're not planning to showcase the full version, right? That's the plan. Don't. I'll give you the guidelines on what to have for your expo build. Do you have the game with you now? It's on my phone. I can send you the build right now if you want. Do so. Okay. It would be small if it'd be able to fit on a phone and be able to send over most things. Got it. Now, let's see. Unless it's designed as a mobile game. In which case it would be easier. Hello, Miss Rachel. Hi, Choo-Choo. What's wrong? Huh? Nothing. Just been practicing all day and I'm pretty tired. Are you having a concert soon? Don't tell anyone yet. It'll be announced tomorrow. But I'm going to perform at Coachella next week. You're still adding new performers? Yeah, you might say those announced this late are backups. Oh, it's still the biggest festival in the country. Yes, and I'm excited for it. Maybe I should be celebrating with a special drink, something sweet. What do you want to order? Sweet hot chocolate. Do I have something for sweet hot chocolate? Yep, that's... Your sweet hot chocolate is ready. Thank you. How is it? Not bad. It's not special, but it's enough. Please don't hesitate to call me if you need anything else. Thanks. Other than the instructions on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play. Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion? Probably, but in case there's a good reaction to it, it made some people line up to play your game. You don't want them to make them wait too long. Makes sense. If you don't want to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. It should get people's attention. Noted. Dad? What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening? I was worried I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio, so I thought you'd be here. And you're causing another ruckus. We're sorry, Choo Choo. We didn't mean to cause you any problems. You are sorry. I don't have anything to be sorry for. Well, anyway, I better order something. What are you having? What would you recommend? No, you cannot recommend a cup of something I have no idea how to make. Oh, what is that? It's basically hot chocolate with milk and ginger. Oh, well that's actually good. Your drink is ready, sir. My, this is amazing. Glad you liked it. Hold on, I got a new friend. Rachel. There, I'm Rachel Florencia, and you might have seen me on your on your screen. Oh, singing, dancing, or modeling. Working on a new album, especially for you, right now. Okay. Also, I got somebody else, probably Harvey. Yep, Henry. Music enthusiastic and father. Well, because it's just like a day in somewhere. Dad? Yes? Please just go home after you finish your drink. Not until you leave that good-for-nothing pervert. I need him. He's going to help me become more successful. I know, Horace. He's not a good person. The industry has changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since you left, he's been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars before they become superstars. I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better. You're just being paranoid. First, you were afraid of how my fans would treat me. Then, now you're afraid of the industry too. What's next? You'll lock me in the house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing? You're just too young to understand. Then make me understand. Because this is definitely not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Mom? You were together for almost 15 years, but you learned nothing, not even how to talk to your own daughter. Rachel, I'm sorry. But I'm trying, okay? Try harder, because right now, you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one. I know, but give me a chance. You know what? It'll take time for me to learn, but I am learning. Or, you know, I could return to the industry. Could try to be your manager. Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long. I told you, I still have informants out there. I'm not that out of touch. Of course, there'd be things I'll need to figure out, but we are. Doesn't work that way, Dad. You know that. Going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all my momentum. If you don't want me to be your manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris? I don't think so. Mr. Lester is at the height of his career right now. He's my best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decision. Now please, go home. Relax. And don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. I need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away, and it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist. When are you going to be home? I don't know. I'll be staying for at the hotel the label provided. But that's... See you, Dad. Wait, Rachel. Boy, time for more backstory on this. Excuse me for a moment, Choo-Choo. I'm sorry about what just happened. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, we're busy minding our own business anyway. What? You didn't hear their argument, Myrtle? Of course I heard them. I just chose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it? It's a good way to live life. It's amazing. What's so amazing about that? Just don't think I can do that. Dividing and focusing my attention completely, especially when there's an argument like that. Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice and were focusing on them instead? No, I was listening. I made notes. See, you didn't even realize. You're capable of focusing your attention. Now that you mention it. It happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all. Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, do you want to head back now? Yeah, it's pretty late. Yo, Choo-Choo, we're leaving. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for the drinks as usual. Please take care on your way home. I guess that's all for Q. Oh, you're back, Mr. Hendry. Are you alright, sir? Sir? Oh. Yes. Please don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up with Miss Rachel? No. I've lost her. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm sure she's alright. I hope you're right. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes? Throughout your arguments with Rachel, something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Ha! Now that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago. Just as we were welcoming to the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s. And the way they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. Didn't find peace managing girl bands? Oh my gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. But what hit me hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. Teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols. To the point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all their money trying to copy this superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families. The men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you can possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I wasn't even the target of the abuse, but it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats. What do you do for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, and they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry. They visit my place from time They visit my place every now and then, and we all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home now too. Are you going to be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Choo Choo. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place. Don't worry about it. Alright then. Goodbye. Rachel Farming confirmed to be. Yep, there's that. Free of charge. Jill Nair and Leon and Macru. Oh, that was the author that the guy in the fictional story is reading. Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. Start the day. Sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil, you've come very early today. Is there something I can help you with? There is definitely something you can do. What is it? Can we work here? Excuse me, what? Is it possible for us to work here? What? Why? We've learned something very precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important here on Earth. And Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our mind the way they need to mix verbal and non-verbal communication here. Yes, but I can see that your communication skill has improved an awful lot since you've arrived. That is very true, but it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we learned them from here. They made us think. Instead of focus on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly. Sounds like a good strategy. That is why we asked you to allow us to work here. Because you want to interact with our customers. That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Neil, normally if you're applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you finally get the job, if you get it at all. Oh, let me think this over, if you don't mind. I'll let you know by tomorrow. Oh, no, we're sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today. May I know why? Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you. But with one condition, you won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you'll be giving the cup to the customer. Understood. There are things you need to know to keep in mind. What's that? Dealing with customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. Always be prepared if they want to talk about anything. How will we know if people want to be left alone or not? That won't be easy. Be able to judge based on their body language. Nonverbal signs? Yes. That will be very hard for us. Indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking, or when you should stop. Thank you. We'll need that very much. Well, it's basically all you need to do around here. Do we have a special outfit for the job? Not really. I'll lend you an apron, though, to keep your suit clean. And to differentiate you from the customers, you don't really need more differentiation. But it will make you look more legit for the job. It is a very Earthling thing to do. It is that. Alright then. Are you ready for this? We are. Okay. Let's start the night. Why do I have a new button to signal at Neil? Oh, I'm late. I think that's what you said last time you were here at this time. But yeah, welcome, Alligator Scrub Lord, to the stream. I was about to say, it's a very quiet night. Welcome. Holy wow. What the hell is happening? Good evening, Miss Freya. Hey, Choo Choo, what's going on? Well, Neil's working here tonight. I always thought I was the one who brought bad news. Never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion. It's not that. Neil's just helping out. You never look like someone who needs help. There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. Our mission was never about conquering Earth. Playing GTA 5, blowing up everything in a monster truck. Isn't that always the fun? Have you tried any of the hunting pack? I've spent probably too much. Yeah, no, that's not... I'm a streamer. I exist to entertain people. Not to have people follow me around and scream they're late for missing it like it's a job or something. If anything, you should be the one screaming at me for being late to half my streams or not streaming like 2 Saturdays ago when I usually stream. Because, that's when I miss things. So, yeah, no. You're all good, mate. In fact, this is the other way around. Secondly, judging from our situation, we are actually not the person who's getting help from the barista, not the other way around. What? We have learned some things since we arrived and came to the conclusion. Before we start another breeding mission, we should learn more about how the Earthlings communicate. We thought this place would be the best. It is a job. Being a streamer or watching me stream, there are very different connotations there. We thought about this place as the best place to learn. And you just agreed to this. As you can tell, I still can't talk. That's a regular. I made the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate. Fair trade. What's in it for you then? What? You're helping them here. What do you get in return? Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us. Nah, it ain't a job watching me stream. Please do not hesitate to ask. Don't mention it. Well, maybe you can be in the next story then. Write an article about your work here. Freya. If I still need to write for the paper again. What happened? The chief found out. Oh. Is that why you didn't come in yesterday? Yes. How did she find out? You remember my faithful meeting with the higher-up? In the elevator. Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift, and the higher-up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance. She didn't like it, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you trying to get now? Write the goddamn novel, I guess. And after that, hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know. We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel immense sadness and frustration at what you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house. Huh? You're allowed to do that? We will pay for the drink. No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Nia. This is the best thing to do, according to our senses. It was. So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya? Our favorite. Our favorite? Anything. I trust you with the decision. You're gonna get the classic. First thing I made because of you. Cafe latte. Here is your drink, specially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop. Well, who else is gonna brew it? Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks. Today, you might have an idea why. We also serve... Made the drink nasty. What made the drink nasty? I did everything right. This time. How far along are you with the novel? He'd prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't need to care about other deadlines. And if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood, it sounds doable, even without the caffeine infusion. Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about the Earthlings' bodies, and about all races, and we do not think infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable. Hey, Nameless, enjoying playing Doom? Oh, chat's on a delay, so when you say something, it doesn't pop up until later. So when you said that, it probably was relevant. I didn't see it until after the drink had already been made. So that's why I completely missed what you said. Sorry, Neil. Not really in the mood for this sort of conversation. It was just... Neil? Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee. Oh. We're glad to hear that, then. That was a figure of speech, Neil. Ah, we have heard about that term. It's still very hard to understand your language. It will always be hard. I'm going to keep on changing. Understood. At least we're here now to learn the basics of how your things communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask, ask away. How fast do you write? Not fast enough, apparently. But do you have numbers? Numbers? How many words do you produce per day? I don't think I have the exact number, but full-time, I should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day. That's a lot. Twitch has better chat delay, but YouTube video loads faster. Yep, exactly. Twitch doesn't delay at all, so that's why it's nice for Twitch. That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. Usually end up about half of what I originally wrote. According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write about is 50 and 100,000. That's right, but for this draft, I don't need to write that much. That is pleasant information to read, to hear. How many words do you need to write? Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words. It's pretty big for a pitch draft. Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around. If we count based on the number of words, it seems like you'll achieve your target easily. I wish. Writing's not only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things like outside the mere word count. Oh, that's nice. Welcome to Twitch over there. If we only judged writers by their ability to write a large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories. That is pretty hard to understand, but we've learned before that art is a difficult matter, and with that I'm going to go read the newspaper. The only reason to learn how to fly. It happened again. I told her as I exhaled smoke. What? I took the train once to get here and fell in love twice. Not this again. She sighed, looking like she wanted to stub her own cigarette out with my face. Can't help it. She said nothing. It's far easier, you know, seeing someone from afar and letting your imagination roam as the daydream about how he or she lives, ignoring the fact that what you're seeing is not really why it is they are. It's way easier. You can't keep doing this to yourself. You need something real. I mean, that's supposed to be a stupid suggestion, but you're still using that dating app, right? Try to be more open-minded when you use it. I agree. Good. I agree that it was a stupid suggestion. She looked pissed. I couldn't blame her. It sounded like this was the first time we'd talked about this. In fact, this conversation seemed to happen around once a season. You need to stop overthinking. Go out there. Stop putting impossible expectations on people. You know I can't do that. I've tried. I get overexcited at any opportunity. How's that served you so far? Now I was the one who said nothing. I'm afraid. Of what? Of what will come later. I'm afraid that if I find the right person for me, people around me won't accept them, whoever they are. Fuck the people around you. It's another stupid suggestion. Could be jailed for that. Okay. She took a nice long drag of her cigarette and narrowed her eyes at me. What happened to you recently, huh? You don't usually overthink quite this much, so something must have happened. The truth is, something did happen. Something too silly to even be discussed. But she knew me. She knew my problems, so I told her. I watched a stand-up comedy show. Seriously? It's true. I watched one of my favorite stand-up comedians. I knew he had recently gotten married to someone he loves, someone I thought was very similar to him. All this time, I thought he took the easy way out. Finding someone who'd quickly be accepted by the family he's born in and the family he's about to make. But it turns out his journey was far from easy. There were hardships I never knew he faced, and when he talked about it, it scared me. The fact that I'll have to deal with that someday. The fact that I might have to choose between. At least when I see people on the train, I imagine a life with them. Those imaginary people don't create these kind of problems. They do create different kinds of problems, though. She's right. You know, I feel like I'm about to jump off the tallest building in the city and just jump. To die, that's not really To fly, you fool. Because if that really happened, all the things that were scaring me won't matter. I can fly. Why the hell would I care about all these boring problems every day? Ain't that a dream, weirdo? She said as they lit another cigarette, leaving the discussion unresolved until it comes back around to spring rains. Even for Earthlings. Earthlings have a strange fascination for things which are hard to understand, from languages to arts. Right again. But you're not that wrong about writing, you know? Word count is one of the few things you can subjectively judge an author by, but it's not the most important thing. But it's still up there. So it is still a valid parameter. Definitely. Cool. Haha. That doesn't sound like you at all, Neil. I guess you really are starting to learn something on Earth. Oh boy, who's going to show up next? Oh, another guest. Good evening, Miss Myrtle. I won't ask, except for one thing. Who's making the drinks? I'm still responsible for that. Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please. That's cocoa powder. Coffee with just a hint of ginger. Your order is ready. Not bad. Thanks. You are welcome. What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle? Psst, Neil, some people just come to a coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed. Oh, that definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visits here. Actually, I'm not here just to sit without being disturbed. Huh? Pardon us. I was just training Neil on how to talk to with the customers here. I can see that. You still trying to get laid? Ooh! Myrtle, self-summary game for working the Full Metal Conflict series. Hey, at least I know which one she wants when she just goes, oh yeah, I'll have a tuberk. Oh, no, we're not. We're tasked with learning how to Earthlings communicate with each other. Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. Alright, one suggestion. If you want to blend in with us, stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. Start listening the way we listen. Watch. Which, essentially, is not really listening at all. That would be very difficult to achieve. Tuberculosis. Yes, tuberculosis. The fancy drink that she comes in, orders without telling me what it is, and then gets mad at me when I get it wrong. Tuberculosis. But we will try, step by step. One step for you. Might be one giant leap for your kind. That's very nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that you know you're not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then? Yeah. Oh, is it Aqua? Uh-huh. What's the occasion? No special occasion, it's just... And there's Aqua, because you can tell because of the squish. I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm supposed to leave early, but... What? What is this? What is happening here? I already told the barista to call the cops when he's and is going to breed here. Where's Choo Choo? Miss Aqua, please relax. I'm here. Oh, you're safe. Yes, everything is fine. Okay. Please let me take a breath. Here, please drink this water. What, they aren't gonna have me use the machine to pour out a glass of water again? Well, they didn't make me do it with milk. Yes, I'm sorry. It's alright, Miss Aqua. Everyone has been surprised to see me here. What are you doing here anyway? We are starting to think that we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for our break anyway. So, here is the deal. We're giving him breaks? I don't get breaks. My first employee, all he has to do is hand cups around, can't stand on this side of the counter. Do they just want to use that Sprite so much? Which, by the way, they'd mentioned that it comes off the album cover of this, so that's where his spacesuit comes from, which is neat. That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Choo Choo. Yeah, it's nothing, really. Whoa! Space salmon with no brim! Let me get around this. Let me go all the way around. But do you really think one day is enough to learn everything? Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place of business for any longer. As if this place cares about business. Besides, we want to travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start, but we cannot limit ourselves to just this place. Where do you want to go after this? Coachella. What? What are you going to do at Coachella? According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella, which is why we decided that event will be our next target. Well, you're not wrong. But didn't you say the baby has to be born out of love? Yes, we noticed that. We also noticed that you need to know a lot about Earthlings, including the breeding manners. This is why we will study at Coachella. After that, we will be very ready to breed with so many females Earthlings. shouldn't say this, but hell. This sounds like the best plan you've had since you've got here. We know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, please, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. Oh, it's Couchella. I haven't gotten that throughout this entire stream. Yes, I am a fool. An absolute buffoon. An absolute idiot. A complete and utter brain-dead vegetable who sits on a stream and presses the mouse button just like this. So, our discussion with Miss Myrtle was stopped abruptly. I clicked my mouse button just like this. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What were you two doing together? It's nothing, we're just friends, you know. We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember? Guess that's it. I don't have much experience in game development, you know. I thought you were researchers in... Can you silence your phone when I'm talking and doing a stream? It makes it annoying because I slowly lose my train of thought. Because phone! I thought your research was in computer graphics. Yes, but I've never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander. So I've been asking Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today I wanted to talk to her directly, but she arrived first, so I couldn't buy her a drink. Oh, thank her directly, not talk to her. I can't read still. Never mind that. I'd refused it anyway. But, wait. If you wanted to thank her directly, does that mean you're done with the game? Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your instead of not your. Oh, so you are correcting my grammar now, huh? It's a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How do you even pick up on that anyway? It's not like what I'm saying is written down anywhere. Objection. It is written down. I have a log here. The prosecution rests its case. We just know. Back to you, Aqua. So, you're done with your game? There's quite a lot of things that need polish and fix, but players can enjoy the experience from start to finish. What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game? That depends on the game, but in Aqua's case, most of my advice is about pacing, control, and the UI. It must be fun having to finish working on your creation. Truly move some of the weight on my chest, but I just replace it with another weight. And there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book. I just lost my job and I can't finish the draft on time. I'm done. And even after all that, it doesn't sell well. I'm more done. I'm even more done. Doubly done. I'm sorry to hear that for you, but please, be more confident. I've started to doubt myself. Phone, more like no one. Destroy phone. I read some of your short stories, you know. After our first meeting, I subscribed to the Evening Whispers app. Then I started to read some of the stuff you read. They're really good, you know. Some of them are better than others, but it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. So I'm excited to check out your book once it's done. You're too kind, Aqua. What you're going through, it's more or less the same what Myrtle's going through, so I'm sure you'll both be fine. You don't have to talk about it in front of other people. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that sharing is caring, you know? Okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people. I really am so sorry. I know, I said thanks already, okay? But you didn't put so much emphasis in share. It's sarcasm, I know that. Aqua, I'm sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although it's a bit different for me. What's your problem? Burnout. I'm working on something for 2 years straight. But no one outside the office knows about it. Those who do, don't seem to appreciate about it at all. That Full Metal Conflict was a new game every 2 years. Yes, I don't really work on them, not directly. So what do you work on? Technology bad. You kids these days can't figure out how to unglue your faces from your phones for a moment. You're right, I have a phone taped to my head right now as we talk. It is literally on my face. Except it's not literally on my face because it's sitting on my desk. Phone bad. So what do you work on now? A secret project. I'll tell you under friend non-disclosure agreement. Okay. I'm part of a special team. We're tasked on working a breakthrough in the studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for a new IP, or worst case, another FMC game in a different genre. Isn't that a dream job for some people? Well, that's what I thought at first. You're right? Imagine being a writer, but you can't publish anything you write. For years. That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all. My team has been making pitches, dozens of them, hundreds, thousands. Out of all those countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping, and so far none of the prototypes have been approved. Ouch. There's only 7 of us on the team. 7 samurai, that's what they said. So if you haven't released anything for the last 2 years, sometimes our team works to support others when they're going through a crunch cycle. We need to hit an almost impossible target. We jump in. No wonder you folks were considered the 7 samurai. Yeah, I guess. By the way, Freya, I just realized. What? Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right? More or less, yes. When was the last time you had a vacation? Before I joined the company, I guess. It was like 4 years ago. Uh-huh. Dude, no wonder you're so burnt out. Yes, that's why. You need a vacation. But I can't just take one. You can. In fact, you will do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is, I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and another day after, off. But where would I go? Don't worry, I'll take care of that. Well, I'm going with you after this, for this long weekend/vacation. What about Max West? That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now. Hey, okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? It's still a long weekend getaway. Alright. Oh, I'm so excited. Wow, Aqua. You look like a different person. Really? I'm sorry. Don't be. Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now. Prepare for our getaway. I'll come with you. To my apartment? No, we'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time. Oh, okay then. Everyone, see you next week, okay? Take care out there. May you find joy during your vacation. Why are we still here? Why are you still here? Oh, you're just gonna say, okay, see you folks later? That's all you're gonna do? This is all you're gonna do? There's no extra dialogue? You just didn't leave at the same time because who knows why? Because everybody else leaves at the same time, but not you apparently because you are special? Vacation, huh? You definitely need one for you. I know. Not now. Got to finish this draft first. As we've said before, you can do it, Miss Freya. Thanks, Neil. Anyway, are we going to close anytime soon? Depends. Why? Splish splooshes away menacingly. Music intensifies. Music that I don't know. Yeah, I'm in the mood for writing. And please, take your time. You sure? Do you want another drink to be going with? Still in the house. Definitely won't say no. Oh, they're gonna let me make one last drink for the house. Friday. The Evening Whispers is with the people for stricter gun laws. Oh, hell. Action video game, Rising Hell, blamed for violence in schools. New, healthier, Fury sedative might be available soon. We're gonna avoid talking about politics, because politics. Welcome. Oh, Bailey's. Good evening, Mr. Bailey's. Evening. My first customer tonight. You are. That's new. There's no one to the left, there's no one to the right, no one's gonna magically appear, buddy. It's fine. Freya's not here. She said she'd be coming in later tonight. Got to do something with some fellow writer friends. Why not do it here? It's her favorite place, right? Her friends have visited this place from time to time, just not as much as her. Writers gathering, huh? Wonder what writers talk about when they're hanging out. I've known them for some years now. She has this habit, you know? She said they're friends. It means they're just hanging out normally. But instead they're writer friends. They're probably talking about work. Either giving each other feedback on the latest drafts, or sharing and validating ideas. Interesting. You even use code words for meeting up. Oh, it's not like that. She doesn't realize what she says. I just picked up on it. It's even more interesting. You always so observant. It's part of the job. Why's that? People come here every day. Some of them aren't as talkative as others, but their language can be loud and clear about a lot of things, whether they need a friendly ear or just want to be alone. It applies when they're ordering as well, because, you know, sometimes what people want is not what they need. It's deeper than I would have thought. So what are you going to be reading me from now on? I won't say. Why? That would break the charm. The hell was that? I guess I can say this much. Whatever I say or do to our customers, it's always related to what I'm getting from their body language. Including our interaction now? Including our interaction now. Man, now I see why you don't want to share. You know that's enough to make me feel like I'm naked in front of you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything. What do you have tonight? Hot chocolate. With ginger and cinnamon. And that's a drink for a bitter heart. Ginger and cinnamon. Let me check, make sure that is what he said. Yeah, ginger and cinnamon. Because I've gotten things wrong when it's literally right in front of after they say it. And it's like, that was awkward. A bitter heart. Oh, dear heart. The heart that, but here you go. You're a pretty romantic person, huh? Spending that extra time decorating this drink. Only for people with special hearts. Said ginger and cement for a moment. Now that's a drink for a person with a heavy heart. Bad joke. Say, Choo-Choo, tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Anything. How old are you? Old enough to open a copy shop? Oh man. Guess I should say sorry for asking that. How do I say instead of said? By saying say. My typing muscle memory is so good that it's bad. Amazing. It's alright. That's the only answer I can give. Now you're making me wonder. But what should I ask next? I'm gonna ignore her right now. Punk, been listening to Pumpkin Spice since I was a wee lad. He is a bit more Irish. I should have been putting more Irish burr on it, but I have no idea how to make a proper Irish burr constant. Escaping bloodlines, experience lighting life one color at a time. One day I'll have my own solo I'm gonna wait till I get all parts of that one. Hello, everyone. Why are you both looking at me like that? Freya, you look horrible. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to echo our dear barista. Yeah, you do. What happened? You'd be better asking what didn't happen, because the answer would be proper sleep and decent progress on my draft. You need rest. And miss my deadline? Oh, if 2 watches were watching 2 watches, which watch would watch which watch? Hell no. Sorry, Baileys. I won't be able to keep you company, because I have to finish this thing. And for that, I'll need a whole hell of a lot of espresso. You sure about that? You really should just rest. Get something to help you sleep. Espresso, please. That's chocolate. That's not what... Okay, espresso is just coffee. I'm going to be a good person and do what the customer ordered. I don't want to do this. You really need to have rest, Freya. Just give me the damned espresso, okay? This will keep me from falling asleep. How was the meeting? It was pretty good. Got a lot of good advice. This just means things and not a small number of them, mind you, need to be rewritten. Oh. It's not that bad. That's more... Fuck. I can't remember voices and do them proper. You know, the one thing you need to be able to do for a proper narrative game experience, voices, I can't do them right now. Which, let me let you in on a little wee bit of a secret, okay guys? Everybody in the audience, listening really tightly now. it doesn't make for a good experience if you can't keep voices straight. It's just I'm going to my usual corner. Thanks for your coffee. I might make it through the night. It's fine. Your voices all sound the same anyways. What do you mean by that? Like, do they all sound similar? Because that's no good if they all sound similar. I'm supposed to be differentiating them. This isn't just Train reads off things constantly. She looks horrible. She does. Don't worry about her. She'll finish it. This isn't the first time she's acted like this. No. But this time the stakes are pretty high. So, what brings you here today? I'm not even sure myself. I had no plan tonight. This place just came to mind, out of the blue. I'll have to thank you for your I'll have to thank your subconscious then. I guess you should. Not sure whether I should thank it or not, though. I don't know whether that's a compliment or not, because I haven't listened to much Orthodox priests. So I don't know whether that's saying it's a very large pitch range or not. Pitch range of Orthodox priest. You're going to listen to the background audio of the Civilization ad right now because I am. Imagine this was the land. I'm not watching a whole video on East Orthodox. They sing everything in a monotone voice. Ah, so I don't really have a high pitch range. That's a shame. I try to make sure things sound different. Hi, Lua. Hi, Baileys. How? I'm not doing this. I was just going to ask, how are you doing? Fine, thanks. How about you? I'm good, yeah. I think I need to order something first. Oh, of course. Go ahead. Hi, Chi-Chi. What are you having this evening, Miss Lua? Gingerbread coffee, please. You can't just order something I have no idea what that is. That's not right. You can't just go, oh, I'll have a gingerbread coffee because you're just supposed to know what that is. Cinnamon? I don't know. What do you do with a gingerbread coffee? What does a gingerbread coffee... Oh, it's ginger and cinnamon. Okay, good. I am smirked. Look at me go. I do things right, everybody. See? I can figure things out. Here it is. Thank you. My grandma used to make this drink for me. Reminds me so much of her. Reminds me of growing up with my family. How's work? It's going pretty okay. You? I'm not taking any dude jobs at the moment. Because, well, you know. Yeah, I get it. You do have enough in your savings, right? It's a very Lua thing to ask. But yeah, I do. Thanks to that last annoying job. It went well in the end? It kinda did. They paid me on time at least. And the pay was amazing. How long are you planning to take a break for? I don't know. Until my problems are settled at least. And what problems are those? I'll tell you this. But don't tell anyone, okay? Not even Choo-Choo, who's standing in front of us. Not even Choo-Choo. Okay. So there's this girl. I love her. We've been going out for a few years. But I'm not really sure where we stand right now. How can you not be sure? We had an argument about a week ago. It wasn't anything new, but somehow things escalated uncontrollably. Why is that? I assume both of us were just tired, knowing that we were fighting against centuries of tradition. We weren't really talked since our last fight. Leaving things unresolved is never a good idea, but I can't bring myself to start the conversation. Why? Even I'm not sure about that. Pride, maybe. Or tiredness. Or knowing that, chances are, we won't be able to find the best solution for everyone anyway. Baileys, I have a question. Go ahead. What do you think she's feeling right now? To be honest, I don't know. She's not like me, that's for sure. Thankfully. Why? At least it won't affect her professional life that much. I'm glad I'm a freelancer. It means I can just take a break from work without so many problems. Not as professional as her, you see. What? What? Me? You? Orthodox priests? Who needs to slurp down 4 pounds of salsa con queso? That is not an answer to anything. That is not. I don't know. I officially give it to you. You managed to stop this stream just in its tracks with that one. I'll fix everything right up. I think you're wrong. Really. If I were her, I would find it difficult to live life as usual. But I'd put on a lot of masks. Just hide the feelings I was going through. And that sounds difficult and uncontrollable. It is. But a friend told me once, you gotta do what you gotta do. You must be a pretty cool guy. He is. What's next for us, Baileys? I don't know, Lua. I met some new people this week. Including that supermodel? You knew? That girl in the corner told me. Yeah, including the supermodel. Elf boy man person on the right and his girlfriend. His possibly not girlfriend, since they had a fight in the first stream on like the first day about family heritage that we've been it gets bits and pieces of. Also, how would slurping down 4 pounds of salsa con queso, how would that help? And how does that make you feel? Like a fool. What? He said a lot of things that I've been trying to avoid thinking about. A lot of truths. He's a bit like you know? Attitude-wise. You do along with him. I doubt it. Opposites attract, but same thing breeds anger. Ever heard that before? A lot. From a certain hipster elf. And after listening to that guy, what's your stance on, us? No, I know what salsa con queso is. I'm half Hispanic, and you expect me not to know what that is? I mean, I hardly ever have it, but I know what it is. But how is 4 pounds of it? That's why it helps. Spicy cheese, because it just fixes everything. Spicy cheese and chips, and 4 pounds. That's good advice right there. 4 pounds of spicy cheese. Problem, mail somebody 4 pounds of spicy cheese. That's how we're gonna solve the world crises, problems. We're gonna solve world problems by sending spicy cheese everywhere. We're gonna make a waterfall of spicy cheese that people are gonna have to take from. And that's gonna solve world problem right there. Spicy cheese. Not sure, Baileys. What about you yourself? Had any similar experiences this week? I have, in fact. I met a vampire, and I met a werewolf. What are the odds? COVID-19 can be cured by spicy cheese. Yes, the reason why we no longer need masks. Because we have spicy cheese. Just wear a beer hat, but instead of beer, it's spicy cheese. It's salsa con queso. Yeah, let's do this.
And I'm not entirely sure if you were being sarcastic with the voices about the pitches about the voice or not.
One of the odds, anyway. Indeed. Because I've been trying to work on that. Like, I'm not anywhere near a proper voice actor by any means. Because I can't do impressions, which is, what all proper voice actors make their whole time with. How they impress people and be like, oh yeah, look at me, I can do like a... Although it does say, like, oh yeah, look, I can do a Peter impression, a Peter Griffin impression, or I don't know, I can't do a Peter Griffin impression. Don't ask me for a Peter Griffin impression, because you wouldn't get one. Plus, I wouldn't know, like, what to say. I like just do kind of change in pitch. Obviously, if it sounds like an Orthodox an Orthodox priest, not an Orthodox prick, because, but what's the difference, haha? Slight exaggeration, although it does sound, I'd say what it's like. But the pitch is just different enough that it works. Well, I'm glad it works. Like I said, I'm not the best at it by any means. But, we're all just trying out here. I mean, I can't do female voices to save my life. I can try and throw off the pitch and accent a bit of how, all the males sound, but I can't do female voices to save my life. Which is why when a table has 3 females, it's gonna come out looking pretty badly. What did your werewolf say? Not much, to be honest. But he made a good point about the importance of family. Baileys. I know I've been stubborn on making you want to make peace with your family, and I know why that's very important for you. But Freya said something that kind of hit me hard. What was it? I was just using you as an excuse to escape my family, when I actually want to do that anyway. For myself. You know me, Baileys. I do. And I feel uncomfortable with people leaving their families, which makes me an asshole, I guess. Get why you think that way, Lua. Blood is thicker than water. What should we do now? Lua? Hey Lois, it's me, Walmart Peter. Apparently, slamming your head into your keyboard also advances the story. Apparently, it doesn't. I'll try to get your family to accept me. It sounds like an easier thing to do, after all. But you'll lose your immortality. You'll be an outcast among other elves. An outcast from a bunch of overly pretentious people? Sounds great.
You said you wouldn't, but that was great.
And that's why I do it. You do things when streaming. They're like, yeah, you say you won't do it. You know it's going to be terrible, but the people want you to do it. And therefore, you do it. Because the people want you to do it. And the people are the reason you do it. Except they're not, because I like to do these streams for fun. And, it's all good. I like making people laugh. That's why I do these things.
And, people listening to a terrible Peter Griffin impression can make people laugh. One person. Exactly. But did one person laugh? Maybe 2 people, because it looks like I'm being watched by a second person, but I'm not going to say anything. And who are the people who asked to say not to? I'm not seeing anybody up in this loft with me. And at this point in time, you wanted a terrible Peter Griffin impression, you got a terrible Peter Griffin impression. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what makes this a stream. Terrible Peter Griffin impressions. I have no idea where I was going with that. When I said that was make this a stream, that's just dumb, because no, it's not terrible Peter Griffin impressions. It's making people laugh. That's what I like to do with my streams. It's all good. I like to just sit back and enjoy myself and hopefully create a chill environment that other people can enjoy themselves in too. And, make people laugh. Even if it is with shitty Peter Griffin impressions. No, I really don't. I don't deserve an award for doing a shitty Peter Griffin impression and then going off on a tangent about how doing a shitty Peter Griffin impression is all about trying to make people laugh, and that's why I'm really doing the stream. You live a long time, but you don't have the perfect health and perfect life that's an elvish privilege. But it's not a perfect life without you. What if our relationship doesn't last? You'll have lost everything. You'll blame me. Lua, I will never blame you for anything. If we were talking about who I used to be, that guy would have never blamed himself. 100 reasons why something failed, but it's never anything to do with him. That won't happen with us. You know why? Because I've learned so many things by being with you for 10 years. You made me a better person. So you don't need to worry about any of that. Because right now, you're the most important part of my life. No, I am not accepting anything on Steam from you. I don't mean that in a bad way, like from you. No, I'm not taking gifts from my fans because I made somebody laugh. Because I'm doing this. Virtue is its own reward. I actually had a conversation about that recently. It's such an interesting little statement. Virtue is its own reward. What makes virtue its own reward? Because of the feeling you're knowing you're doing something for, not just for yourself. You don't get like the carrot at the end of the stick. There's no prize, that reason why you're doing it. You're doing it because for yourself and for the benefit of other people. And I say the benefit of the other people, I feel like a bit like an ass when I say that, because benefit other people benefit from my streams. Nah. I'm giving them, hopefully, a place to just hang out, laugh, and watch funny man do funny stream. I want to be an internet funny man for people. And if that's what I can do, that's great. And, play Raid Shadow Legends. It's a free mobile game right now. That's not funny. And I'm totally not sponsored. I've never actually played Raid Shadow Legends. But it's a free mobile multiplayer experience with microtransactions. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, with the amount of money they've been making. Really, they've just been spreading it all over the place. Like, I wouldn't be surprised you have some fashion YouTuber who would normally have no interest in being sponsored by somebody like that. And this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Either way, I should get back to the story before it going off on Raid Shadow Legends and virtue is its own reward. I don't need an immortal life, because without you, it wouldn't be a life worth living. Baileys, now kiss. I believe in you. Now kiss. I stand by that statement. Lua, Baileys. I feel like we're living in a soap opera. It seems so. So what's your plan? Tomorrow's Saturday. Are we going on a date? I'm going to my parents' place. Oh. Hey guys, welcome to Joey's World Food Tour. Joey's World Tour food review. But first, a sponsor. It's hard eating a bunch of food review on the internet. That's why Raid Shadow Legend helps. A free massive multiplayer online game on your phone. With this thing, it's amazing. It's like a mukbang, but not, because it's on your phone and you don't get fat because there's just so much content in it. You could just sit and consume and consume and consume every day. I bought a whole bunch of champions because I got free money to sponsor this ship with sponsorship to get a whole bunch of free characters. So look at this. Here's my Plague Knight with the deadly touch of the cure, which is just a shoe. And this you won't be able to buy this for 50, 100 gems, and you don't get gems normally, and that's the equivalent of $50. Play Raid Shadow Legends today. Now on with the tour of the new McDonald's McRib sandwich.
and I want you to come with me. What? That's so sudden. Do you already have plans for tomorrow? Well, no. It's just I'm not prepared to meet them. You'll be fine. You don't want to tell them about this first? It'll be alright. Well, I never forbade you from dating any other races? Not big fans of elves. That much is true. But you can prove them wrong. Okay, this could be a good first step. You've been streaming for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it's all been good. I wouldn't even say that. I would say it's been me streaming, sure, but I wouldn't go and say it's a good stream by any means. Like, it's just me streaming. That is a regular occurrence that I do every other Saturday. It's never really been good. But you know, hey, that's how it be. It's set then. I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but we can think about it and anything else later. I'm with you on that. So, does that mean you don't mind me? I had my doubts, but now I'm sure. I can trust you. Lua, thank you. You're still staying at Farron's house? Yeah. You're staying with me tonight, huh? What about your roommate? She's away for the weekend. Taking a long weekend getaway until Sunday night. Fate is on our side, it seems. Oh, that's gonna get something. I just sent that to my YouTube chat as well, so you get a heart in YouTube as well. Hey, Choo Choo. Yeah? We're leaving. Thank you so much for keeping up with us this past week. The pleasure was all mine. We're off then. See you. Thank you for coming. I need to keep voices different. I can't use generic default male voice. I did so much better last stream, and now all of a sudden it's like I can't do voices apparently. That was pretty intense. Oh, you're back in the real world. Just pretend not to notice. They're like one of the main reasons I'm writing this story. Sad to see them struggle through it till the end. It's important for writing, you know. That's cold. Also, FaZe has now slept. Yes, slept in the corner. What? It's not like that. It's just that. Yeah, that was cold. I'm sorry. You look better than before, though. For now. Can't tell you how much it's done, and I don't. That's heavy. Ah, hi, Mr. Gala. How you doing, buddy? This wolf? Is that him? I think so. Angry Mr. Gala! You crazy? You can't trust a werewolf in fury like a normal customer. Trust me, he must have his reasons for coming here. You can relax, sir. Do you need anything? Something to calm you down, maybe? I don't remember if it's green tea or it's supposed to be. Also, can we just talk about how nice this music is? Like, this music is a bop. Here's your... Change depending on the circumstances, yeah. What the hell? Is that really him? After seeing that reaction to the drink, 100%. Well, whoever he is. This place survived. Thankfully, yes. But I think I need to close up shop early. Don't want to cause any more ruckus. And I need to clean up some of the mess anyway. Good idea. You get back alright by yourself? Managed. Take care on your way back. Be careful too. See you tomorrow.
You see, the thing is, they just call it tea. They don't specify green tea or just regular tea. And it's annoying.
And I can't remember what the rest of it is. It's like either tea, cinnamon and milk, maybe? I don't remember. I've been fucking up Mr. Gala's order for like Christ who knows how long, because it was supposed to be a mystery. Weird Steam Company criticized for unfair depictions of art with the latest box office hit. Coachella's 2020 Do and Don'ts. Atlantic Fire Ambassador in talks with Fire regarding immigration. Welcome. Good evening, Freya. Oh, hi. When was the last time you slept? I slept like a normal person, you know. I slept for 6 hours. Last night? No, I've slept for 6 hours this week. That's not healthy. Some rest, really. You can rest when it's done. That's stupid. Oh, shut up. So what's your plan now? Now, isn't right this moment? I'm planning to go to the bathroom, wash my face, make sure I don't look like a dead woman walking. After that, I'll continue writing. Freya, oh well. You know where the bathroom is. Okay, I need something to drink now. Freya, you're unemployed. Don't waste your money on the coffee shop drinks. It's so weird, coming from the coffee shop owner. I know, you've been a regular for years. But if you only need the vibes of this place, just right here. No, I can't do that. You don't have any customers tonight. If I did do this, this went bankrupt. How can you be sure? Just take this tap water and go do your work, okay? But... see, there's a customer coming right now, so don't worry about me. It's not the usual entry sign, I don't think. What the? Rachel? What's going on? Huh. What else? Your father? Of course. What the hell was he thinking? Coming backstage at Coachella just to get into an argument with my manager? Before we continue, Choo-Choo, a cafe latte, please. I'm pretty sure I have the latte, the recipe for that. Yeah, it is coffee milk muff. Okay, I was right. But you know, better be safe than sorry, because you know, when people actually give you an order, you know, it's best to agree and do what they want. Your cafe latte is ready. Thanks. How did you manage to get backstage? He told security he was my father, and he messaged me about coming beforehand. Said he was just going to wish me luck, so I told them to let him in, of course. He's still my father. Things were nice at first, then my manager came, and... I don't know why he hates him so much. It's showbiz. I'm mature enough to know what's good or bad for me. What happened after that? Mr. Lester told the security guards to kick him out. He's still alive in the festival area. I saw him in the crowd. Did the concert go well, at least? Oh, yeah. Other than the arguments backstage, everything was great. I was the first one to play on the main stage. Usually no one pays attention to who's on first. To whoever's on first, not who's on first. That's a comedy skit, that's pretty funny. Funnier than this is. But there were thousands of people in the audience during my session. Nice. So you don't need to be the event anymore after this? Not really. I did my stage time. There's still this press conference right after the show. After-show press conference? Yeah, the pre-show was done yesterday. Today was a small one. There's almost a dozen journalists who wanted to interview me. So we decided just to do a mini conference. Good for you. You're totally back in the game, huh? I guess I am. Thanks to Mr. Lester. I would say it's because of you. But your manager works some of his influence too. So why are you here? Because of Dad, of course. Told him to come here this evening. We really need to set things straight. He needs to stop messing with my manager so much. Because this evening is the only time we can meet. I can't go to the party Mr. Lester is hosting.
What party? He's hosting a party for the VIPs and artists he managed at a club in Belltown. Is it okay for you to go to a party without a guardian? I'm 18, remember? I'm an adult. Yeah, but you can only enter some clubs if you're 21. Not this time, because Mr. Lester's my manager, and it's his party. Not sure about that. It's true. No, I know you can go in and do that by using his real name. I don't think but I don't think you should do that with you. Why? I'm an adult. No, you're not, Rachel. Have you ever been to one of Lester's parties? Well, no. You have? Not personally. I've heard stories. What stories? He knows how to party. That's good, then. That's not necessarily a good thing, knowing how to party. Might mean something else entirely. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll find out, especially if you keep Lester as your manager. Personally, I don't mind wild parties, but inviting an underage person to his party, that might be a step too far. Also, story time. I don't know if that's the final part. I'm not reading through all that. Rachel, the family, cats, Milk, and you. I've been dancing, singing, and trying to achieve my dreams since I was 13, and I'm not stopping now. Good for her. Welcome, huh? Oh, what's his... Yeah, it is him. What the hell? Oh, no. Dad! What? Rachel, is that Mr. Hendry? Yes! Dad, what happened? Choo-Choo, can you get a cup of milk for him, please? Just milk? Just milk. Here. Steaming hot milk. And a mess on the counter, apparently. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Morris Lester is trying to bang an underage cat girl at his party. Not underage, technically. Probably with cocaine involved, too. Dad, please hold on. Can somebody help me call an ambulance, please? Okay. Let me call them. Also, you never want to say that. You want to actually point at somebody and get somebody confirmed to call an ambulance. Because it keeps people from going, oh, I don't want to call an ambulance too, because what if somebody else already called an ambulance? That way you know somebody is calling an ambulance. Yes, that's the joke. It's Mo Lester. I've been meaning to make that joke, but, haha. Morris Lester, haha. Mo Lester, haha. Very intelligent writing, haha. Yeah. Either way, a serious comment was the ambulance part was actually me being serious for once, Thank you. Where are they? On the way. Hang on, Pops. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the ambulance. This is taking forever. There they are. Finally, we're going. Oh boy. That was really something, huh? Yeah, 2 days in a row. Emergency at your place. Well, at least some people think of your place as their go-to when they need help. You're right, it's not every day you look at things from the bright side. Huh. Well, I'm one of your coffee shop disciples, right? So I kinda understand them. I hope Hendry's alright. Me too. At least he's in good hands now. What's your plan for the rest of the night? Well, that was pretty hectic, but I need to continue writing. Take your time and place, then. Will do. Susan will beat your unmonetized stream with yellow coin if you make the joke. Morris Lester is a molester who's trying to bang an underage cat girl because she split from a girl band, and people in the industry like sex. Alright, that's enough of leaning actually close to my microphone, because that's dumb. That's a butt. That's a butt on my stream.
Police raided a private Coachella after party's biggest drug and sex-related bust of the year. That's a butt. I knew it. Despite the arrest, Coachella will go on. Coachella culprits arrested. There's a butt on my stream. On my wholesome Christian stream. Family music. What am I doing? I'm trying to be by the father of a one-night record store.
Demonetized for both the joke and the butt. I guess you could say that makes me the butt of the joke.
Welcome. Hey, Pop. Good evening, everyone. Everyone's safe and sound tonight. So far, so good, officer. The cop is supposed to be watching the area hanging out in a coffee shop. Not so sure about that. Hey, I'm working right now. Just love multitasking, you know? That requires skill. Taking a break and working at the same time, you mean? You know it. That's an oxymoron. That's why I said it requires skill. Anyway, Choo Choo, I really need an espresso to keep me awake all just the night. I'm so confident that this is how you make an espresso that I'm just gonna go for it. I was right.
That was so bad I actually laughed. That's the plan with something like that. It's just like you go for it. That's so bad. It's like as I'm saying it, I know it's bad, yet I'm laughing at it myself, thinking, God, this is terrible. I just hope my sense of humor can translate to people over here. Like, by watching this stream, you literally are dumbing down your intellect level to the point where it's at mine, and you just match, and it just, everything's funny then.
An energetic espresso to keep our officer uptight on patrol. You and your sense of humor. Your espressos are always out of this world. Definitely better than mine or my wife's. It's not a competition, officer. Ha! It is for her. She thought if she could make me a better one, I'd stop coming to this place so often. That's not gonna happen anytime soon.
So, anything special today?
Surprisingly, no. Gotta make sure this place is safe, though. What are you grinning about? I mean it. You were here the last 2 days, right? Yes, I was. Some crazy things happened here. 2 days in a row, as if the gods were trying to prove to give me a first-hand experience, to use in my story. Still fretting over your story, huh? Well, the deadline for my draft is getting nearer. Oh, yeah. How's it going? Quality-wise, it's shaping up pretty well. Quantity-wise, quality-wise, honestly, I'm pretty confident. Best of luck, then. Do you have any updates about the last 2 days of chaos? For the werewolf case, I spoke to Gala about it. What? You going to arrest him? Some officers of the Enic were but in the end, we agreed not to do it, because he really helped a lot that night. We asked folks in the hospital, some other people in the area. Without him, we'd have a lot more problems. He helped a lot, getting most of the werewolves safe in the hospital. Too bad he couldn't lock himself up in time. Thankfully, he didn't hurt anyone. So those who'd rather detain him can't do anything anyway.
Phew. I'd be pretty mad if they did arrest him.
Hey, being mad at me wouldn't solve anything. I know. What about Rachel's dad? Any idea what happened? I'm not too sure myself. Most of it didn't happen around here.
He went to the drug party, got drugged, came there and passed out. That's the cut and dry story right there for you, and I will bet you that this game's gonna confirm it.
What? Yeah, it seemed most of it happened out near Coachella. That's a long way away. I mean, it's not actually that far. But we wouldn't be able to walk it, not in that state. So far, that's all I know.
It's at the after party. What do I know?
Rachel. Rachel? Is Mr. Hendry alright? Before that, could I get a cup of hot chocolate? Dark? I believe that's how you make a dark hot chocolate. No. Trash. Absolute bollocks. Movies, Police University, cop story, Robert Cop. Father of 3 beautiful girls. Oh, that's neat to know. I do actually remember that, though. He did talk about that once, I believe.
Based in red pilled. What did I say? What did I say this time? What politics?
Your hot chocolate is ready. Thank you. My dad's going to be fine. He woke up this afternoon, but we arrived just a little too late. What happened? He didn't get help fast enough. Some of the damage might be permanent. Oh no. He might never be able to walk properly again. It's all because of me, because I didn't listen to him. When all he wanted to do was protect me. Rachel, don't blame yourself for this. Please, don't take offense. It's okay, but is it okay for you to leave your father alone?
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure how that's based in red pilled, but
Like he transformed and came here. Okay? It's okay if you leave your father alone in the hospital. His friends are there at the moment. But I can't face being stuck in a room with a bunch of people I don't even know right now. Besides, I really need to get away for a bit. So I still told Dad I was going to visit Coffee Talk to get some fresh air. He's okay with that? He understands. He always does, I guess. Miss Rachel, what really happened last night? Dad got into a fight with some thugs. He heard them talking about me in some very suggestive, perverted ways. Oh, he didn't like that, of course. So he morphed into his cat form and started to fight with the thugs. Why did he morph? So people wouldn't see what his human form looked like and link him directly with me. Some cops went to the crime scene. They found some eyewitnesses to testify. They managed to find the thugs. They fans of yours? No. It's even worse. They work for Mr. Lester. What? Ooh boy. The reason why it didn't take them long for the cops to find them is because they were already under arrest. Because the party went too far last night. Whoa. How did it all connect up? They're Mr. Lester's bodyguards. They were chilling after the show, having a pre-party before the big one. And you know, guys in locker room talk, right? Yeah. Well, that was what they were doing. And I was the topic of discussion. So there's that. Sorry to hear that. You were right about his party. Glad I wasn't there. Once again, I owe Dad for... Hey, it's okay. The most important thing right now is that you're safe. And your dad made it through. I should have listened to him. He might be out of touch, but he's still way more experienced than me. And my father... I wish my mom was here. She'd know what to do. She'd know what to do, say to Dad when he's recovered. You know what? I'm sure you'll know what to do. You're an adult, remember? I don't know. All I know is that I have to be there for him when... That's it. That's all you have to do. It may be weird to hear about something coming from Freya, but she is right. Be there when he needs you, Rachel. And whenever you need a breath of fresh air, you can choose to come. You can come here and relax for a while. Guys, thank you. I've had enough fresh air for one day. I get back to the hospital now. Thank you for the update, Miss Rachel. I wish your father a speedy recovery. Thank you, Choo-Choo. I'll be entirely honest, I can't take somebody going to a coffee shop for fresh air very seriously, because Train gets personal on streams. Volume number 1118. But it became a running joke in my family that whenever my dad he occasionally would stop at a local bar after he got groceries and things to buy beer and socialize with his friends. Or bar friends, I'll say. It's kind of like if you go to a Discord group enough, you meet with people who know there, and you don't know them personally, but you know them as the group that always goes there. Volume 46290. But we would start to joke and say that he was getting fresh air. Because at one point we had asked him, he said something about getting fresh air. So from that on, it was if he was running late, he was just stopping and getting fresh air, obviously. So now talking about, oh yeah, you can always go here and get some fresh air if you need it. All I can think of is my dad going and getting beer.
And I find that way too funny, but I can't take this seriously. Either way, on with the story.
What a weekend. Pretty crazy, I know. Anyway, I've got to continue my patrol. It's been a pretty weird weekend. Yeah, it's almost like we've reached like a point in the game where things are moving along again. But overall, things are still safe around here. But even with that, never let your guard down, okay? No problem, officer. Thanks for checking up on us, Officer Georgie. Okay, see you. Okay then, see ya. Are you going to leave as well, Freya? I don't think so. I've had enough rest. I have a story to write. You're not tired? Definitely not. In fact, I think I can still get it done today. Alright.
I won't bother you then. Why is Joji Kosteva not here?
Is that, Filthy Frank's name? Or his, like, music producer name? I don't follow enough. All I know is the first name of it. Those two line up, so I'm assuming that's probably what you're joking about. So if that's the case, I don't know. Not my line of expertise. Oh, you're never a bother. Besides, this whole book project would have never existed without this place and you, so thank you. Pleasure was all mine.
Okay. Oh! Yeah! Guy with like the red sweater who sells you fake passports? Or he gives you his, I think? I don't remember.
Now, I'm sure you wouldn't spend any more time on chit-chat. You've got a book to finish. No problem, boss.
I haven't played Papers, Please. I want to. Haven't.
How much more do I want to do? Because I could call the stream here 2 weeks later. Wow, that's a big drop.
But well, that seems pretty standard for how Coachella usually goes, or Coachella.
Hey, look, Molester got me too. Oh wow, we start off with a busy day.
That hardly ever happens, and we're not gonna get anybody else right now because we only have 4 seats at the table.
Hello, you're finally here. Hey y'all. Hey, yo. Hi, Freya. Huh, someone's feeling happy today. Of course. Did they approved it. We're so happy for you. Congrats. Oh my. Do you know how happy I am? Judging from your expression, I'd say somewhere between ecstatically and rapturously.
You see, Choo Choo here is a lot more well-spoken than Choo Choo here. Choo Choo here is an absolute buffoon, is a brain-dead vegetable, and a total idiot. So, I don't know big word.
You're goddamn right. Oh my god, oh my god. How did they react to the draft? To be honest, I just used the same voice for myself as I did for Freya. That's dumb. They're not exactly excited about the story itself. A story with an unhappy ending, huh? That's what they said. But at this point, I don't really care. As long as they publish it, I'm content with that. Anyway, whatever happens with the book now, take things a little slower, because they gave me a year to finish it, with a feedback session every month. Sounds professional enough. Of course, they are the biggest publisher around. Enough about me. How's the coffee shop been doing? It's been great. We had a lot of new customers lately, and some old-timers, of course. I heard Heinz back from his trip to Korea. Yeah, he brought us some gifts back. He didn't get any from me? I'm not sure, but he did say he always gives gifts directly. Gift giving the old-fashioned way, huh? How about you? Things are great. Last time I saw you was right before your mini break? Yes, we decided to go to Coachella. Wow, that event was a mess. Yeah, 3 hours of the festival is enough for us. So where'd you go after that? We end up in Port Townsend.
I've been there! That is a great place to go. Lovely place. Not a lot for food there. They have a great ice cream shop, though, that makes some really good fudge, I think.
How was it? I enjoyed it. Never knew a historical trip could be fun. Yeah, apparently it's also great for surfing as well. Do they actually update the profile picture in game? They did. That's neat. Ooh, ghosts. How spooky. You both look so cute. Oh, man. Thanks. Was that taken during your vacation? No, it was at Max. They had a Japanese-style photo booth there, so I forced her to take a picture together. You're at Max too, Myrtle? Yeah, I helped her out with a bit with the booth. Thank you. You'll have to keep thanking me. By the way, have any of you ever heard from Neil? Ah, Neil. No, not me. They did send 2 postcards to the coffee shop. Really? Yeah, one's from Coachella. Not even that far away. Why send a postcard? Hard to tell with them. What was the second one? It's from New York. What? What are they doing in New York? Beats me. Working on their mission, maybe. Huh. Yeah, probably. I'd stand more of a chance there. Anyway, guys, we're leaving for the night. Oh, come on, so soon? We've been here for hours before you arrived, and we need to work tomorrow. Fair enough. Take care on your way, then. Good luck with the novel. Thanks. See you, Choo Choo. See you around. Hey, I'm happy those 2 left. I can do voices a little bit easier now. Ha ha ha. Because it's just Bailey's over there who... They look happier than when I first met them. They do. It's not easy to find someone you can be comfortable with in such a short amount of time. Yeah. Anyways. Sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you, Baileys. No worries. I don't feel ignored at all. Are you by yourself tonight? No, I'm waiting for Lua. She has some work to do. This late at night? Yeah. She's been doing overtime for the past few days. How are the 2 of you doing? Things have been great. In fact, after 10 years together, we're finally moving in together next month. Wow, congrats. Well, I thought Lua lived with her flatmate. We're moving to a new place. She got promoted recently, so her company's providing her with an apartment. Wow, she must be a really big deal in the office. Well, she definitely earns more than me. That's not saying much, Baileys. You shouldn't say that to a fellow freelancer. Oh, here she comes.
Fuck, a female. I can't do voices now.
Like, you could just take an odd chop of just that first bit, and that's me on a daily basis. Now that's a bassist and red milk statement if you want to reuse old statements now. But that's not funny, so we're not going to say that. And we're going to go on with the story.
Baileys, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect it to take so long. Thought it would be done by... Honey, it's alright. Freya and Choo Choo have been keeping me company anyway. Oh, hey, Freya. And Choo Choo. Sorry for barging in without saying hi. How's it going? I'd say things are great. But not as great as you 2 lovebirds. You told her already? Only about the moving in part. As you've heard, we're going to move together next month. Where is it? Not far. I mean, the company provided the place. So they wanted to cut my commuting costs as much as possible. That's thoughtful of them. Means they don't need to reimburse my taxi fees when I'm working overtime. Oh, yeah, that too. It also means we get to visit the place more often. That's a good point. You know this coffee shop a lot anyway. Don't mention it. I have a question for both of you. Go on. Last time we met, I believe you're going to introduce Baileys to your playmates. How'd it go? Man, her father didn't kill me at least. Well, at least Papa let you eat lunch with us. That's right, you know. I know. And they didn't say no, which means a lot, I guess. It was a good start. It's definitely a good start. Anyway, Baileys, we need to go now. Or I'll miss the intro again. You folks going somewhere? Yeah, we're watching the midnight screening of Full Metal Conflict. And take you for someone who likes Full Metal Conflict, Lua. I don't, but this guy loves it. Hey, you said hey, you always enjoyed watching me play the game. I enjoy watching you, not the game. Too bad I didn't introduce you to Myrtle just now, Baileys. She worked on the game. Really? Oh well, I'll keep visiting this place more often. I'll probably meet her again, one of these days. You probably will. Now go, you lovebirds. You don't want to miss the movie. Alright, catch up with you later, Freya. Bye, Choo Choo. Enjoy the movie. Damn. I don't want faster now. There they go. I'm so happy for them. They've still got a long way to go. Probably a lot of obstacles in their path. But they're moving forward. Yes. How will you write their story? as it is. It's beautiful enough. But it has enough drama. Ah, that's one way to put it. Anyway, what's that for? You haven't told me about any of our other friends here. How are they doing?
You only skipped coming for 10 days. Love doves. Love doves. Love doves.
And what do you expect? Come on, they played an important part in my writing process, remember? Well, there's some updates about the regulars. Tell me. Where should we start? Lua visits this place more now that they live nearby. Last time they came, they were talking about catering and venues. Hyde returned from his trip to Korea and brought gifts. He's only staying a while before returning to LA. Aqua continues to work with the university. She's still working on small indie games. The difference is, she's not alone now. Neil... The only news about them are the 2 postcards they've sent me. Rachel's back recording in the studio, preparing for her first solo album. She lost her manager, but is now working with another manager and label.
No, Frey Blue Jays.
Frey Blue Jays! Finally, Freya. She finished her book and got published and had some signing sessions. I didn't read all of that. The game's ending? Damn. That was a 2-stream game. It isn't often we finish a game on this stream. It was a good game. I like that. I wish I could have heard more from Neil. Figured out what he was doing in New York. Maybe like a 3rd postcard showed up. Provide a bit more sentiment. Justice for Neil. What happened to Neil? Damn it, developers. I want to know what happened to Neil. You can't hide the truth of what Neil did. Where's Neil?
No, inch closer, Finch. Inch closer, Finch. That's funny. Like, I don't even know if that's an actual bird or not. You could come up with some real bullshit and put it on there, and I'd believe it and be like, yeah, that's a bird right there.
This is a good game. I like this. I like the characters, like the game. It was real nice, really calm. I mean, I didn't get any of the recipes, and you know, I feel like I missed some of the things with Golub because I fucked up his order so many times. Yeah, that name looks familiar. There've been a few names in this that I can only presume some of the characters' names came from. But yeah, it was a good game. I like this. It was very calm, very atmospheric, like I said. But it was nice for keeping a nice, chill, calm stream where we just talked and...
Kissing Kingfisher.
Well, I just talked and did some voice acting. And you. Oh, thanks, game. Doing the whole heart, but you know, you can't see that because visual gags don't work when I only have voice. But hey, it keeps me from seeing me, so that's nice. Welcome. Hello, Choo Choo. Good evening, sir. Have we met before? I'm sure this is your first time here. Of course I've been here. In fact, I've worked here before. What? Wait. No way. Is that really you? It's been a while. You've changed. A bit too much. I've learned a lot about how to live with your population here. I assume it was a success then? Multiple successes. What's with the new look then? Just trying to blend in. Looks like an Earthling immigration agency is after me. Now they mention it, somebody did visit this place looking for you. When was it? Not so long after your second visit here. Was he a bald guy in a suit? Yes. That's Fire Agent. You've seen him? Yes, likely I've changed my appearance since then. By the way, you dropped the act in front of me. So, you finally noticed. To think that such a power can be born from our kind? You're good with your act, though. Took a few tries. But there's some timelines where I forgot to pretend that I don't have some knowledge of certain stuff. Interesting. Now I'm curious to know about those mistakes. Well, it happened a few times. First, when Freya told me about our meeting in the elevator. And then it was the first time Rachel visited this place. And last time involved you on your second visit. Huh? Oh, and there's another one right after Freya got her draft approved. Can you show it to me? Assuming you know how I communicate with my kind. I've never tried it, but let's see. You've beaten the main story of the game, but you haven't seen everything yet. What? Apparently. I don't know, that's a question. Let's go find out. Ah, challenge mode, apparently. Well, I guess this is probably just our keep chill and, you know, chill coffee making game. Coffee. Yep, just coffee and mint. Oh, that's nice. New recipe. Oh, you can unlock new recipes this way too. TT honey. That's great. Now I'll be able to make sure I don't fuck up when they ask me for special ingredients next time through the game. Chocolate lemon. What the fuck? Apparently that's a thing. Oh, now they're asking me for actual names of drinks. This is bad now. I don't know all the names of drinks. Look at me go. Look at me go, I'm doing the endless mode, like a man, a peasant who make drink.
Yeah, so I guess we can do a Q&A now. Why haven't I uploaded any videos recently? I've been busy with college. And it's just been getting the best of me recently. I'll be honest, I haven't been doing the best mentally either, so I haven't uploaded much because I haven't been happy with like the kind of things I've been putting out. So I haven't been wanting to upload anything, because if I'm not happy with it, then I don't want to produce it and put it out there and be like, oh yeah, here it is. Because if it's not something I'm proud of, and it's not something I'm happy with, then it's not something I want to give to other people. Because I don't think that would be very good. You know, people come here to see me. They come, hopefully, to watch stuff, to have a good time and be entertained a little. I hope. And, you know, it is coffee milk, okay. Internet funny man not being internet funny man wouldn't be very good, so. And like I said, I've been busy with college. I want to get back to making videos and stuff. I probably talked about this before. But that's really what's going on there. Yeah, I'm glad these streams are entertaining. I try to make sure at least this is sweet coffee. Attention span of goldfish. Like that, wouldn't that kill? Like a goldfish, just like putting that much caffeine into it. Yeah, I'd assume so. I don't know. I'm not exactly a, you know, proper. You know, I'm not exactly a full proper. Science man. So I don't know the anatomy of a goldfish. Oh, he does a small lip curl. That's what. You want something cool? Have some milk. He was not happy with that. I'm not gonna pry about that, but the incident seems like something interesting. What is... motherfucker? But yeah, if you want to talk about it, feel free to. If not, that... what the fuck? That's gonna be too warm, watch. They'll be mad about that. Yep, too warm.
late feelings for basically I hadn't had coffee in a couple months and I decided I'm doing stuff out of nowhere. Ah, yeah, that would do it. You know, I like this. It's very nice. A few minutes later, his brain starts pounding and I feel sick. Ooh, that's no bueno. Warm and extra bitter, there you go. He's probably gonna say it tastes too cool. Yeah. And it's less sweet and... I still had to go out in public. 2 occasions on that day. Oh darn. Alright, that's enough for today. Well, that's good. Making it look like you're not on drugs is important. I remember once I was waiting on the bus. Seems like it's an odd thing to do, yeah, waiting on the bus, but while I was there, I was waiting after the bus, so then I was waiting in a donut shop, and I apparently probably looked homeless because they were giving me a lot of free donuts, which was something that they were doing already, so I wasn't like too concerned with. But then they had gone on they had said something, and I was like, I think they think I might be homeless, and that is I am not homeless, I swear. But I think they think I'm homeless. I'll be honest, this is how I feel some days. You're just lost, flipping in space. Disgust. That's a nice photo. I love how some of these are fully colored in and some aren't. That's wrong. The bar isn't that long. Plus it repeats itself, but the characters don't. That's... Huh. Probably concept art. Neat. I don't quite see him with glasses. This was previous design. Calm but angry? In space. Feels like one of my dreams. Lost, flipping through space. Haven't done that move. Haven't had one like that, but I can see it happening. Yeah. That is aggressively white. Hurt my eyes. My eyes. My poor innocent eyes. This looks like it wouldn't pass by health and safety inspectors. I clicked out of the game by accident. She looks more like, perhaps I've just been playing too much. Nah, the resemblance ain't there. What a fancy ordering station. Again, that looks like it wouldn't pass health and safety. And that's all the gallery. Just the ones I'm missing. Not a lot, it seemed like. Yeah, I was just missing 3 pieces of photos. Which would probably refer to the 3 things that he was talking about. He just mentioned how there was 3 times where
there was 3 times where he'd slipped through the timeline, and we're breaking the 4th wall again. What did we say about breaking the 4th wall, though? You don't break the 4th wall. There's like one rule about the 4th wall. Don't break the 4th wall, because the 4th wall is the 4th wall, and you can't break the 4th wall, because the moment you start breaking the 4th wall, things start collapsing like this stream. So goodbye, everybody. It's like I'm not going to leave the stream quite yet. I'm going to actually give you guys a proper goodbye. If my phone stopped buzzing, because, you know, I'm a terrible streamer who doesn't actually silence his phone. Well, thanks for watching the stream, everybody. Maybe we'll do some videos soon. Maybe not. I'll try and make this stream public sooner rather than later. Anyway,